when we see some of these people, affiliates, being loud when it is time for the main campaign. That is after the team has qualified and they are running adverts. That is when you will see some of the companies that are partnering or supporting the national team in their World Cup or African Cup campaign. This time we're not able to qualify for the African Cup, but then the African Cup no problem. But this one, this one,
African Cup, I'm a boy. I'm a boy.
Morocco.
Wait, how many Chamo starting? Academician. Chamo, what Robert Nico is saying?
Yeah.
Oh, Richard, sorry.
Richard. Yeah, Richard.
What do you think about it? Is he landing some points or like someone will say? Is that what we should take from it, or the guy is landing some points?
He's landing some points, but he's not 100% accurate.
Right.
Right, if I should put it that way. The thing is, yes, we have some people who have learned so much, but practically they are not there, or they can't do much. If you give them the opportunity to handle practical things, they will find themselves in trouble, because all the things that you have learned is not everything that is practicable or that you can apply. People are going there not really to support the blaster like that. I mean, they are going there because they want to support the poverty alleviation program. That will be happening. So I think the expectations are high, and for this one, I think they can do it. We are hoping that it will not just end here. The next one after this one too, they will do well to push out to that stage, like to the point that we will have more hope.
As for the move, say be a more year way just to get the people talking there. It may be true, but to some extent too, it may not be, like, it may come naturally. It may be an error that would bring the talkability, and sometimes it is not as if they are deliberately doing that or committing that error to bring that to like
bring the talkability.
But then it is something that happens because this, it looks as if we are so focused on the award.
Ride or drive with Shaxi. Download the Shaxi ride-hailing app and sign up as a driver or rider. Get Shaxi today from the Google Play and Apple App Store today.
When we sit like this, then you should know that really and truly we mean business. This is obviously going to be our last show for the week because after today, a portion of our staff will be going straight to Nkoko to help organize and mourn our mom, Mami Jenfa. Roland met Mami Jenfa a couple of times. Yeah. So yeah, Roland knows that very well. I mean, that Krantier meat. Yeah. That Krantier meat lover.
Of course.
Yeah, so 1 week on Friday, so definitely team members will be going. This one day we can't do anything now. We still have to go off and resume holistically on Monday. So guys, bear with us and keep us in your prayers. Keep supporting us. But we shall be back. Some few videos will be dropping here and there, but we will be away for a good number of days, and we'll come back on Monday fully to resume full action. Here in the studio, Roland is here and Chebo is here. Now, still on Friday, beyond our 1 week observation, here in Accra, something big will also be happening, and that is the Ghana Football Association, or better still, the Sports Authority. They will be playing against Chad, and I hear it is part of the World Cup qualifiers. To be frank, I want us to qualify for the World Cup. I don't know why, but
it's a poverty alleviation program.
So they are the
poverty alleviation program for Ghana.
So they don't have any choice.
It's a poverty alleviation program.
Wait, is it this year or next year?
It's next year.
Which month?
They do normally it's June.
June, yeah, the summertime.
Yes, I don't know if they will change anything.
Our success depends on them.
As much as I'm not really into football, but this one, I want us to qualify.
Poverty alleviation program.
Because looks like there are some, I see some lights
At the end of tunnels.
for so many people.
Yeah.
Even if not me, like I see it for so many people.
Yeah.
So God, let it happen. Like the Hannah, the woman's prayer.
God.
Hadamafu. Like the Hadamafu's prayer, like God, this one day, let it happen for us. Well, I'm loving some initiatives that are coming up. The fact that for the first time, in my eyes, maybe it has happened before, Ghana Tourism Authority, they have taken stance in supporting the Black Stars. Something that has been a reserve for only the people in the sporting fraternity. This time on Ghana Tourism Authority, and Abeku Santana, big ups to you. I'm so excited that Abeku is leading this camp. And Roland is also telling me in the New Media Association, an invitation has also come from the National Sports Authority to them that you guys should all come. Please go. This Friday, if I were to be in Accra, I'll go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I swear.
Friday,
this one, there.
But
If I were to be in
we
Accra.
will definitely get a rep. there.
Oh, yeah. I hear our sports rep.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chemo.
Yeah.
I hear our sports rep, Hamburg for is represent. So I'm sure the rest of the team will be linking up with Hamburg for us to see what we can put out. So Chemo will be here. So Chemo will link up with Hamburg for they can do some live commentary on our Facebook page or our YouTube page. So you guys should just watch out for that. But Abeku is saying something. Let's listen to him. And first of all, I'll ask the way people are disappointed in the Black Stars. I still see comments on Facebook. Like someone say, awards and Chatterhouse, aka Ghana Music Award. These two red flag. Say Chatterhouse, Television Ghana Music Award, and Black Stars, red flag. And people are talking, but still, Abeku is not giving up. Let's listen to what he's saying, and I'll come back to ask my people: are they going to get the love they are looking for? Watch it. I'll be back.
Ghana Tourism Authority, any National Sports Authority, Akabum, FIFA World Cup qualifier, Ghana Black Stars, any chart for Ebebo Ifiadano. Any swading huna, Yaman Penny, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, or sports and recreation, sports ecotourism, iti sports tourism, iti Oraya Ampofuankra, the newly appointed acting Director General of National Sports Authority. Etunsa Fre Ghana Tourism Authority. And you see you, Mrs. Mami Fuawajetu, a Fre meeting. Say, Yenina International Share a choir befa so be to me a boa National Sports Authority. Ama ifia da matcha Black Stars and nature for Ebebono. Yeba Brandy Stadium said they will share a football match. Who say visit Rwanda and Sana be who visit Ghana. We a World Cup qualifier. Enti enidi actually. Eti the emfoni efa ye site and attractions. Baby a man for be to me a call honsra. Ye didn't na begu stadium na ma dano say who share match no with TV so and I say a kwama no near and crofo be who Ghana ye site and attractions or any non ye the Ghana dance ensemble for so ebeba aba be dia grow ha yasa ya mamre ekaho sports tourism it tourism so see about tournament say some crofo be who say your fonton from you tumpan international dance ensemble so beba be grow omo ba so a ye be ba a cocktail bar ewo ho ama omo ebeba no ehu sobolo ne kulikuli adule ni ade no mo so omo kwa omanya bibi aka afa ho enti the honorable minister for tourism culture and creative arts honorable Mamaga Ablaji Fagomashi nensa ewo dwumadie mu pa within 3 days wo hwe adwuma ura ya mpofo ankra eye eni anamon we a watu na chese Ghana ye heartbeat baako sports no ya she ye ho den say ye be ye amana ye stronko nti resetting Ghana no no
Well, and do you know what is painful? For it to go there and we not get the desired results. But Chemo, are they likely to get some results?
For this one, yes, I think they may get it.
Because what we are looking for is a full pack.
Yes.
Like that spirit that when you are playing,
Yes.
you know you can run.
The sad
Kwachatu is a small country.
Yeah.
So the numbers we're going to show, they've not seen some before.
It's not a football country. We should even ask whether we will get the results or not. But our football and the whole thing, we have gone so low that now we have to even ask whether we can win against Chad in Ghana. It's a sad story. But yeah, I have the hope that for this one,
People will go.
they will win, and people will go. People are going there not really to support the Black Star like that. I mean, they are going there because they want to support the poverty alleviation program. That will be happening. So I think the expectations are high, and for this one, I think they can do it. We are hoping that it will not just end here. The next one after this one too, they will do well to push out to that stage, like to the point that we will have more hope that this one we are going, and it will be very, very interesting. And again, I think the love will come if they can qualify us for the World Cup. I mean,
if they qualify, then the love will come.
The love will
I've seen a video of Samuel Jan talking to Kudus and some people. I don't know if it's a fresh video though.
No, it's a fresh video. Yes, I was yesterday.
Oh, so Kudus is part of
the when they were doing their training.
If they get this one, I mean, it will be a huge, a boost for people to come back to the love of football. I mean, Ghana, as some people say, is a football nation. We really love our football. But for some reason, the administrators of the football is not helping us. And our whole thing is going down like that. So this is one of the means. It's like an opportunity for them to make things right. And we hope that they will get it right this time around.
We want a full house so that when the guys are playing, they will hear bees. And they'll be confused and we'll be scoring them. But the players, because I remember the last one we played at the same park. I saw Kudus getting a full empty net. Just a tap. He missed it.
I think at the time, some people, it's not me who is saying it. But some people, I'm reporting for some people. They said that at the time the Kivo
pepper was too hot.
Yeah, it was too hot for him. So maybe this time around he will.
Oh my God, guys, you can't disappoint. After all the noise, Abeku Santana and Co, garnering for support for you guys. If you come there to disappoint, we will be very sad.
Well,
you have been invited, but unfortunately, you're also not around.
The tourism authority have always been part of the partners or sponsors of the national team or the football association. They have always been, but this time we are seeing them being loud in terms of partnership. Mostly we see some of these people affiliates being loud when it is time for the main campaign. That is after the team has qualified. And they are running adverts. That is when you see some of the companies that are partnering or supporting the national team in their World Cup or African Cup campaign. This time, we're not able to qualify for the African Cup. But then, the African Cup, no problem. But this one, this one,
African Cup, I'm a boy. I'm a boy.
Morocco.
Oh. Morocco, Canada. Canada. And I drew on some baby mama, baby, about 10,000 visitors. We are allocated constant.
Even the groups, we have football supporters unions. So the group to support Black Stars. The group will go and support Black Stars. So
no, let them go. After all, that is what NDC brought us. If NDP could not bring us, this is what NDC brought us. Let my people go.
And in the squad, I think for the first time we have some key players also
coming back. Eh?
Yes, even though we have some injuries of some of the known.
I heard it because I'm House of Folk keeper.
Yeah.
Kasi binana.
Dabi.
House of Folk for keeper Bolegi was sound. Was when I heard it because I said, hey, that
guy. Sorry to that. This is Benjamin.
On Harbour for your analysis this morning on our page about our keepers.
I
have to go and watch it.
On high now, went to Becano. I think the keepers trainer should work on the keepers because between them, no say they are so.
And so only Pablo reaching the foreign
Yeah.
They have Lawrence Atizigi, Joseph Wallacott, and Benjamin Asare. They have to go.
So who is the first? Or the
Atizigi will be the first.
Is the first.
Hope we said that the horse.
Then the thing you don't need hope at the back. You need hope up front.
Okay.
Almost 5, not 4, 5-4. We still win anyways. What I say? The bonus, and now Pate is also back in the team.
Okay.
Pate is back in the team. Kudus is also back.
Jordan
is also in town. And I hear Jordan is now the main captain.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Jordan is now the main captain for this particular match and stuff. But then, all in all, yes, bringing back the love there. The love has not gone anywhere. Ghanaian love for football has not gone anywhere. It is there. It is the pain is here and the love is here. The one they exhibit is the one we show them. When they do proper, else we have to resort to the Côte d'Ivoire method. What they did to their people during the African Cup. You see, the last but one match before the group stage matches, they caught the assistant coach at the touchline. No missing brief, no.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yes. Ojani,
yes. Obviously brief, no proper. Some would just show no, and nobody qualify COVID here. So if they want that, maybe we can resort to that. But we are a peaceful country. We are a football nation. It is our legs that speaks for us. Agro form. That is why even our football style, they say it's agro. So they should just go and do the agro. And just win. And I am happy that if not for anything at all, now they have the GTA that is leading by Abeku Santana, helping them with conversation.
Yeah.
That has always been one of the problems of the Football Association. Mostly, their spokesperson and our PRO is always centered at the sporting arena or the sporting fraternity. So most of their communications is centered there. But now we have somebody or a general media practitioner whose communication transcends from the tourism side even into the entertainment side and generally. Yes, if not for anything, whatever they do can now be properly trumpeted into the space. They should just do something good, small one, and the love will come back again. And in fact, this one, we are interested. This one, our love is here. We want to give you our love. So just show us something.
And this
small.
program is bigger than USAID. They help Ghana.
It's bigger than IMF.
Poverty alleviation by IMF.
It's
whatever.
bigger than HIPIC.
By this program.
This one.
Okay.
Serious.
We pray. President John Dramani Mahama, please find time and go talk to these people. Some of the things that will make your governance so beautiful is for us to qualify for the World Cup. In fact, this one, I know you are still doing your last term and you want to gracefully bow out of governance and politics and all.
With a certain legacy.
Add this to your CV. Like during your last dinner in office, you qualified Black Stars or Ghana to the World Cup.
And you elevated us from poverty.
Do this and trust me. your name will never be raised if you are able to do it.
You engrave it close to Kwame
Forget it. Well, that aside, now sports. Let's come to education. Sports to education. In Ghana, the latest person to have bought a private jet is not Namwan. The latest person to have bought a private jet is not Ibrahim Mahama. The latest person is a young man. He's just 40 years old. In fact, on paper, I'm even older than him.
Bam.
On paper, yeah. But I don't know.
By in person.
I don't know the rest.
So let's take it like that.
On paper, I'm older than him for 5 solid years.
By in person, they
Because his March is 40, and on 26 March, I also be 45. So it means I am older than him on paper. I don't know about the rest. So let's leave it like that. Mr. Richard Nikwe. As it stands now, he is the latest rich man in Ghana. Buying Bugatti.
Yes.
Buying a private jet. Have you seen his party coming off on Saturday?
Birthday.
Ha!
At the Independence
The
Square.
biggest party ever to be held in
Birthday
Ghana.
party.
Birthday party. Ever.
Yes.
In fact, not in any room. It's Susamano.
Debbie.
Oh, here, going.
Asasiyanta.
I pray the rain will save him. On that
very
day.
fine.
Because I hear on the day, the video and code, they are all coming to perform. Now he said something. And as much as it sounds controversial, I want to get the views of my people on this and you as well watching. What is Richard Nikwe saying? He's saying that it's high time we start questioning the university lecturers, especially those who are teaching people economics, finance, and business. And we have to ask them, what have they been able to do with everything they've learned?
How fast is your God?
What have they been able to do with everything they've learned? Like, say, if you go to GIJ, the lecturers there who are teaching journalism and teaching PR, you have to ask them, which company have you done PR? The journalism, which media house have you worked with? We have to ask them. Go to the universities. The person who is teaching, say, finance, which financial company have you worked with? The person teaching business, he said, we have to ask them.
Debbie, it is not have you worked with who?
No, what have you been able to do?
Established.
Oh, so they have working with someone that is part of what that you've been able to do.
Okay, look around on Fanasa.
He's saying that no, don't just go and be reading economics. Then they what Koti say, you as a munko ejuma. What now I out there? What the guy said is controversial, but somehow he's also landing some points. But well, let's listen to this interview with Bolari. And when I come back, I ask my people, your dream was saying, the crack, it's our patches, university lectures now, Muntiminye, Jumabiana, Mummi, Cabribiano. I say, who's there, Professor, and Damosuka. Let's watch this. I'll be back.
In the business school, if I have my way, anybody who has not succeeded in the business
will not lecture there.
Cannot lecture there.
Really?
Because you see, you can only teach what you know, but you will reproduce who you are. So if you have not built anything, trust me, you will reproduce students who will build nothing.
So are you saying that entrepreneurship lecturers and business lecturers don't have any business if they themselves haven't built any business of their own?
Of course. What are you imparting? What you read in the book? No, it is one thing to go and read something and come and tell somebody. It's another thing to tell somebody what you yourself have achieved. These are two different things. And in the advanced economies, that is the way they are going about it. And so you find out that they are creating students or graduates who are very, 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 very practical and very insightful. So they come to the market after school and they are so innovative, doing all sorts of things because they have been well equipped practically from the classroom and not theoretically.
And this is what you're actually advocating for, that in our curriculum here, educationally, we should also start giving it a thought or maybe implementing such.
Of course, that if I have my way, that is what I insist on that. So coming back to what I was saying, okay. So I had one lecturer that I admired the most. I think that is my greatest mentor. He's called Michael Mainwaring. He was teaching us business analysis at the London College of Accountancy. So I was at the London College of Accountancy.
Okay.
So this lecturer was teaching us business analysis. And then one day after class, I was leaving. Apparently, I was the last person leaving the class, you know. Then he called me. He said, Richard, come over here. Then I went to him. Then he said, you know something? What are your plans after school? You are completing school later this year. Are you planning to stay like all your colleagues and everybody does, or you are planning to go back home? Then I was like, I'm trying to think about it to see whether I'll go. And he's like, no. Richard, you know what? Go back home. Don't stay after school. Teaching you, I can see that you are a very smart student. You are intelligent. And I want to believe that when you go back home, you will succeed way better than when you stay here. He was like, when I stay in the UK, even though I am educating myself, he says that the opportunity here will be very small for me. And I will not be able to compete better. But when I go back home, I will be able to compete better. And he has no doubt in his mind that I will go and compete and win the competition. And he
said that to you many years ago.
Listen to what he said. He's not even done. He says that he believes that I will make it very big back home. Then my success would open the door for me to come back to the UK. And then I should come back. And I should come back in my private jet and come and pay him a visit. That's what this man told me 17 years ago.
You're only 23.
I was 23.
He's more than a lecturer. He's a prophet. He spoke into your life.
Yeah.
And 17 years on, all that he said, you've achieved. Out there in the Western world, these are industry captains. These are titans of business. And they actually come out there to impart and impact. Because they live it. Right.
So I have so much admiration for this lecturer because he's a successful person himself. So when he told me this, I was like, all right, Michael, I'm going to do that. Immediately, 1 week after he spoke to me, I bought my ticket ahead of time.
A week after he
spoke to me, I was convinced that I had to go back home. But I didn't know what I was going to do. And I had not, it's not as if I've saved money and I had money, but I was like, no, I had to go. Because, you see, you always have to take a step. So I bought the ticket down. So I knew that once I bought the ticket, I can't change my mind. I have to go back home. Yeah. So right after, and let me tell you this, when I finished school, I called my mom and my sister. I told them that I am coming back home next week. My mother was like, hold on a second. What did you say?
What in the world are you
saying? Coming back home. I said, what are you coming to do? Have you done anything wrong there? Are you in trouble? Are people looking for you? I said, no. They said, so why? People are in a queue waiting to get embassy
visa
queuing at the embassy trying to get visa to go. And you are there. And you said you are coming. Why? I said, ma'am, I went to school. I'm done with school. He said, yes, but stay on. Look for job, work, make money so that you can send me money so that you can become a better person. Don't come here.
Which is the norm for many people. You go to school, you stay there. And
yes. So I told her, no, I want to come. So she was like, oh, my enemies have gotten me. my mom was like, the enemies have gotten.
It must have been a tough one for you.
It was a very tough one.
Because you love your mom and you were actually going against her will.
Yes. So it was a very tough decision. At a point, I almost nearly changed my mind, but I was like, no, I had to go. So I realized that they were not willing to come to terms with me that I was coming back home, okay? So I just left them. I'm like, well, when I get to Ghana, I'm already in Ghana. We'll figure it out. So a day before I left, I called them and told them that I am actually coming and my flight is landing at this time, so they can come for me. So when I came to Ghana, I didn't know what to do. I had to figure out things, understand, because I've left the system, so I had to spend some months to adjust into the system a little. But there's something intriguing that happened. So in Ghana, where we lived, when someone comes from the UK, Europe, US, or what have you, people in the community perceive you to be somebody who is rich. Oh. They assume that once you
that's the perception.
That's the perception in the local community there. So I realized that many people were coming to knock on my door and ask me to lend them like 500 cedis, 1,000 cedis, 2,000 cedis. Some they want 500 cedis to pay their children's school fees. They'll give it to me when the month ends.
Okay.
Some come for ask me for 2,000 to pay a medical bill for their sick child or spouse, and they'll give it to me at a particular date. And I was getting many of these requests because they perceive that I have money because I've come from Europe. And I've also learned in the business school that these things, when they come, they are opportunities. Where there are problems, there are opportunities. When you find a problem, you face it, it's a business opportunity for you.
So
then I was like, okay, if these people will come to me asking me for 500 cedis, 1,000 cedis, 2,000 cedis at a particular for them to pay at a particular date, why don't I rather set up a business formally to give them these 500 cedis, 1,000 cedis, 2,000 cedis?
This is interesting because for many it would have been a problem and you would have written them off and sacked them. You saw a business opportunity in there.
I have never worked in any financial institution before. I had no knowledge of running a financial institution. I have no banking experience or what have you. This is how I encountered.
And you were how old? Because you must have been in your 20s, right?
I started my company with 24 years.
24 years?
Yes.
You're a visionary?
Yes. So, 24 years, I was like, okay, if this is what these people in my community are coming to us, then let me register a business where the business was called Quick Credit. So I set up Quick Credit. And okay, come now formally. I announced to all of them that if you need money, come and let me give you. But guess what? I didn't have money anyway.
I was going to ask you, where did you get the funds from then?
I didn't have money anyway. I was having very little money then. It's about $1,000. And so what I did was that there was a small shop in front of my grandfather's house where we all lived. You know, my mom and my aunties and uncles and like. So I asked my mother to give me access to a small space there. That is where I started.
In that shop?
In that shop. Where I
so you didn't have a formal office?
No, I didn't.
It was just a tabletop business when you started?
Tabletop business and
You're
a small
kidding me?
That's where I started, yeah. Well, the office is just the size of where we are sitting, right here. Just a small place here. Wow. And that's where we started. So it was just about 2 of us who started the business. Wow. And what I did was that when I was coming back from the UK, those days was the era of plasma TV. If you recall, plasma TV.
Exactly. Yeah.
So when I was coming, I came back with a 42-inch plasma TV, a home theater, and then I had just about $1,000 some pounds on me.
Pounds, okay.
And I went to my mother one day in the house, you know, and I told my mom that, Mom, the TV that I'd come to fix for you, that you are watching with my sister, I want to go and sell it. This was like,
are you mad?
Okay. So do you understand why I begged you not to come back to Ghana? Do you understand why I begged you not to come? Now you have begin selling your belongings, your properties. Wow. My mother started sharing tears. Wow. That I'd gotten, because you know, in this local community, our parents always see it as a taboo for you to begin selling your personal belongings. Exactly. So once you begin selling your personal belongings, then you are at your very, very low. So you know, so I told her, yes, I want to go and sell it. She shouldn't worry. And that
you didn't tell her for what?
I told her. You did. Okay. But then I started the business with the little money that I have.
Right.
But then I realized that after giving loans to just about 5 people, my money was finished. I had given loans to 5 people, my money was finished, and there was still demand. So I needed to generate money through other means to invest into the business for growth. My mother was watching me. I started on fixing this TV, placed it in the box, and I took it to Accra Post Office. There's a place they call Zongo Lane. Cow Lane, there's Zongo Lane there. I took it there. Those days when you take a plasma TV by 30 minutes, it was at that time, plasma TV was a hot commodity.
Yes.
Once you took it there by 30 minutes, they would have given you money because there's somebody ready to sell to. So I took it there, the home theater, I took everything and sold them.
You sold everything on the day, Richard?
I sold them. The same day, I went, by 2 hours, I sold the money, I bought them. The next day, I had customers in line that I had to call them and say, come for your
family didn't have a TV to watch. No music to...
Wait a minute, Chamo is starting. Academician. Chamo, what Robert Nico is saying?
Yeah.
Oh, Richard, sorry.
Richard. Yeah, Richard.
What do you think about it? Is he landing some points or like someone will say, Ozikaninya ska so here ni
yeah.
Is that what we should take from it, or the guy is landing some points?
He's landing some points, but he's not 100% accurate.
Right. Okay.
Right, if I should put it that way. The thing is, yes, we have some people who have learned so much, but practically they are not there, or they can't do much. If you give them the opportunity to handle practical things, they will find themselves in trouble, because all the things that you have learned is not everything that is practicable or that you can apply. And there are things that you meet that it is not in the book that you are learning or you are using to teach. some of them you meet it along the line, then you learn from it.
Okay.
People who are writing those books, some of them they studied. That's why they do research. The research is about going out there, asking people what they are facing, and then based on that, you give conclusions and then recommendations as to what you should do next. So when you look at it practically, there are some people who were into business before they became lecturers. But this is how it happened. Maybe when they were in school, then the idea came that, okay, I think we can do this, but their interest is more academic than doing business. So they can partner with somebody whose also orientation is to do business, not academic. So they can advise somebody with the money that this is what you can do. So that person, you will not see him, that lecturer, you will not see the lecturer going near any business, but he is behind the scenes advising somebody who is ready to take risks.
Okay.
So where Richard will be missing is that there are some people in this world, they don't like taking risk. Whatever little that they have, they want to keep it. So they know the thing, they can practicalize it, but they are not ready to waste their money, so they won't go in.
Okay.
They will rather say that, bring your money, I will advise you for us to do it.
Okay.
So we have lecturers like that. And we have lecturers, like he's saying, all that they know is book. Apart from that, if you give, in fact, even the advice they will give you will tell you that they don't know anything in terms of practical. Because they will give an advice that it is not applicable in the field.
Yes.
Or on the field. Like
sometimes the book they've learned.
Yes.
The application was some 20 years ago.
Or certain things have changed, but they are not aware or
That's
something
exactly
like
what
that.
I'm talking about.
They think that what they know already, the principles that they have,
It
is
is the
what
same
it is
thing being applied
here. And then, so...
That other when the G&J guys came to me, I told them, most of the things you read in this Andrews Boy journalism, broadcast journalism, today.
So he's right to some extent. But the thing is, I remember we did we had a proposal. Me and my friend, he has been on this show before.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So we met Apia Menka, Akente Apia Menka, a very popular NPP person, and at the same time he was an entrepreneur. He did Apino soap. It was really popular in the 90s. I remember Apino soap. Yes, it was popular in the 90s, and then he also had a factory that was...
It was a key competitor to Key Soap then.
Yes.
Soap, yes.
And there's an interesting story about that one. Rollins at the time was campaigning against it, and the thing just blew in his face. Rollins, in one of his speeches, said that nobody should buy Apino soap. And then people started that this is the one that we want. And then the thing blew like that. In fact, somebody selling Apino soap became a rich guy in Niger. Wow. Because they were giving it to him in the big truck, and he was the one distributing it
in the whole of Niger.
Yes, and that guy is a rich guy in Niger now. So Apino, he has a very interesting story there. So Apia Menka again was also a lawyer. He was a practicing lawyer, and at the same time an entrepreneur.
Okay.
He decided that there's a very significant product that we can really make money out of in Ghana here and even Africa, because he has not seen any such product here.
Okay.
Those who need that product, they import them. But here is the thing. Before that we can go ahead and do that thing, he tasked my friend to do a research about it, everything. So after the research, he told my friend that before we can do it, he still has to go and meet lecturers at KNUST, because there are certain technical bits that he needs advice before we go ahead and do it. So you see, he is an entrepreneur. He has succeeded in establishing businesses, but he still feel that he needs to do consultation with some lecturers who has not built anything by lecturing to still do whatever that he needs to do. So what he's saying, there are lecturers that, yes, you can't rely on them. even based on the advice, you can see that we didn't say usika.
Yeah.
Yes, but there are others too there who can really give you good advice that it will help you to grow your business. So he can't say it bluntly like that. Rather, he can say that some lecturers, we can't rely on them to build anything.
Okay.
But some are also good at, in fact, they are behind some of the successful stories that we know. Just that you will never hear of them because they remain behind the scenes. Okay. The same thing with even the outside lecturers or the people outside in US, UK and other places. We have lecturers who are part of certain businesses that we don't even know them. But they are in there doing their business. Somebody is handling it.
Okay.
But they are lecturers that you see.
Okay.
They will talk about things, practical things and all those things. So for me, I think he is right in the sense that, especially the kind of education we give our people in Ghana here.
Yeah.
For that one, I will agree with him about 90%. It is nothing that you can come out and then just after that you get something going. It's really difficult. Some of us after school, then we realize that the knowledge that we have now, if we were in school now, we would be better or we would be better
Chavo.
like you will
You
come
have
out
to say
of the
this
school
again.
before you know this.
That's like you employ our lecturers.
I tell you.
Like you employ them.
Oh, for sure.
Hey.
For sure. So that's the thing. So for Ghana education in particular, I think we can try or we can do better. For that one, I agree with him. But
Like the boys at GH College, these boys.
Yeah. The boys that the ones that they become.
They are lecturers, no. What have they done?
Miss
When we speak
In
to
fact,
the people.
GIJA, now they are Unimark.
Yeah,
They should come and pay people like us to be lecturers.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, you should also have interest in that academic environment because it's so different from the entrepreneurship
the life we do here.
Yes. So if you find yourself there, there are certain things that you will not be comfortable with. So you may not even fit in. You may not fit in. You have the practical knowledge. You can do better. But the things that they will tell you to do and how to do it. Move free Hong Kong. Let me have my way. I have example like that. KSM. He said that Legon approached him, but the papers that they told him to fill, he said that no, I won't do it. I'm tired. Like I can't go through this just to become a lecturer to lecture. No. So sometimes, if you don't have that academic thing in you, it is difficult.
Well, media have it.
Yeah, you can go in and lecture and then move like that. But the assignments, the meetings and other stuff, that's where the issue is. So though you will not fit in because it will not just be about you lecturing. They will give you other things that will take your interest off the whole thing. That's the thing.
Do you love arts? Look no further. Tetekwarshi Art Market is your ultimate destination for the finest handicrafts made in Ghana. From unique designs to authentic Ghanaian artistry, we bring you the best of local craftsmanship. Find us at Tetekwarshi Interchange, along George Bush Highway, adjacent to Evergreen Palms and the Talo office. Need more details? Call us today at 0244631771 or 0553209514. Come, explore, and take home a piece of Ghana's creative heritage. Tetekwarshi Art Market. Experience art. Celebrate culture.
Well, Richard Nikwe has given us something to talk about. Well, me, I am okay in the academic areas as well. I can still go to the lecture hall and do some lectures as well. But
with all the communities that comes with it.
Sikani, yeah.
Scanning a veggie. Me, I've done it before actually.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, some of my students
they're
are in
recommend-
some high places
I
already.
don't know, they call what they're recommending.
Like money and others.
And Alice, Nakuja themselves, I've taught them before. Yeah, so me there, I can do it. Me too. When I'm when I'm doing it, I have something to prove.
Yeah, of course.
Yes,
Of
in
course.
all fields,
Yeah.
PR, in journalism, in general media practice, like I have it to prove.
Yeah.
And you know, meaning
But will you be willing to go for the meeting, sit down, do a paper review?
Friday is a meeting.
That's the thing. Do paper review, research work.
My bet said their course is here. I know how it is done.
Yes.
They can for what do you also think about RNQ?
At 40.
Yeah, RNQ at 40.
But I mean, it is true. And his conversation, I know so many people will take him out of context.
Yeah.
I know, I've seen comments. The reason why the reason why this statement is controversial, is seen controversial, is because of the context in which people are taking his statement to. You see, let's not joke with this. Ghana's education system, it is not good.
Yeah.
That one, yeah. And that is the angle that he is coming from.
Yeah.
See, I support him to a large extent because the practical side of what we learn in school is missing. With that, or without that one, that is the problem we are facing. Because we don't have more practical stuff in schools, in our schools, from high school to tertiary. That is the reason why. So you see that even National Science and Maths quiz, ask these case questions, theory, 3 years ago or 4 years ago, I think before COVID, the last your friend said batch no winning National Science and Maths quiz. When they took them to international, the machine or motor Ghana has say explaining how the machine works. The machine be see who be so machine. And it was so sad. Because practically, be that. Last time I heard the last interview between Teacher Kojo and Oketiche Frifa on he gave a narration of when they went into a meeting and they were about to introduce ICT into schools. And they were asking their head that, what's that? I say ICT ya musi coachly. Schools here actually you computer. Computers in here. Oh, na say teacher need the onya busia bi na timi talk it about could be the to her. Say no mo dey sua there.
Teacher Nino.
Yes.
And they went to me and
they would draw a keyboard on the blackboard
and teach them QWERTY on it. And then teach them the QWERTY on the keyboard.
Because you learn it on the blackboard. So at the end of the day, if the person is sitting behind the machine, no machine here, pin, onim. Because practically, when and it runs through even to tertiary level.
Yes.
Because and that is how it is. I would say shout out to the message to me. You see, sometimes when you are talking about practical stuff, and also let's understand that it is not as if what we learn in school, but you need to combine it with practical, with in-field or on-field stuff. That is when you will be able to do something substantial with it. So you realize that the people that are practicing more are the more successful ones in the space. The people that are practicing more, even in school, at tertiary level, even among the lecturers, the ones that are practicing more are the more successful ones. And that is what the guy is saying. There are some lecturers that they are content with Ochimoto they call your friend say school. Na ne students epi Bugatti and fan home. Meanwhile, the other students now are also practicing and maybe more in the field. But and fan home. So in that space, if care is not taken, there is no even form of inspiration, sometimes even for the student to even succeed or aim high. That is why we say you got na unimarker. I was see a pack on your near notes nasi. Na man for tuiska. And your bar, your mark you near near jiska no abeshe Sammy flex. Now need you come consultation 10 minutes. Then we do another one. That is how. That is the reason why. You understand? So there are some people that upon all that you learn in school, sometimes I really admire the way you take this career so serious to the extent that yes, you know Chemo inside out. Yet if Chemo tells you that, oh, Sammy Flex, I want to come for an interview tomorrow, you will still go online, try to find something new about the person. Yeah. And that is journalism. That is proper work. Getting yourself abreast with whatever the situation is. But then, mostly in our tertiary schools, they will tell you, oh, what they know, like you said, 1957, book now and one of the culture say apply. Until who say we have people even in the creative art space. There is a political party that is consulting with these people. If it be so said, then this space here was a concert party competition. Was a concert party competition. Yes, I'll make it suggestion. Concert party competition in 2025. In 2025.
Somebody wrote that for president.
Yes. In 2025. And so yeah, concert party on your TV. One
at winning concert party competition of 10 times.
Yes, AI,
Bob Santo, Musa, and then none of your national. Someone saying we should be doing it.
Yes. So you can imagine. And that is what he's saying. And it is similar to what Nico is saying. Yes, some people in that environment do not inspire. They do not inspire. Their lifestyle, how they carry themselves, even do not inspire you to learn whatever they are even teaching you. This is a personality who is successful. He can point either affiliate businesses or even his own companies. And these are practical stuff that you can see, you can testify. When the person is telling you, Francois will see her, oh yeah, you will definitely do it because you want to be like that person. So for me, I understand. But of course, when we also want to, he should also understand that, and yet, general, like his assertion is not one that sometimes, like Chemo said, even in the field, the risk factor plays a major role. And risk taking in academia is not as high as risk taking in the field. They are two different things. In academia, it is either you are learning to know or you just don't want to learn. It's as simple as that. But in the field, you have to learn it, else you are going down.
Your money will.
You are going down and you'll be kicked out of the market. So if you want to be part of it, then you have to learn by force. But in academia, I'm saying try that makotam if you me different because makotam if you if I want but if you own a company in a field and things are happening day in day out, new technologies and stuff are coming up. Now soon you saw away AI and you say you will not use it, you will not learn it. Be there. You will do like Nokia. Nobody will sack you. Nobody will sack you. That is it. So, yes, practicing or the people that have practiced it, like taking those risks to be successful, sometimes should also. That is why I like institutions who, like periodically, invite some of these people to come and speak to their students. So that if not for anything at all, they will get that form of inspiration even from them. So that they will know that it is not only about what you are learning here, but there is a bigger challenge when you step out of here. So what Nico is saying, 90% there, I totally agree with him. And of course, in the context that he is speaking, like he is directing his speech to there, so many people will miss it and they will go at him. But
especially those who are also bullying people with their academic credentials.
Exactly.
PhD
professor.
Instead of telling people what they can be, they will be telling them.
And when you open it up, even onto the international level, his assertion may come down a bit. But if we want to limit to the Ghanaian educational system, he's 100% right.
Okay, let's close the show with some 2 topics put in one. The first one will be about King Paluta snub, which I'm asking, should we say that sometimes organizers of Telecel Ghana Music Awards, some of their decisions are to get the people talking? Because the King Paluta thing, I think after the awards, if there's one thing that has gotten people talking, it is the King Paluta thing. Yeah. I've seen some great people in society making commentaries about it. Delay, Roland was telling me about an article someone has also written about. So many of the commentaries after the award scheme is the King Paluta thing. I've seen some videos of some bloggers or vloggers talking about the fact that this year the nomination looks like it looks so many things did not go well, and one of the key things people are talking about once again is the King Paluta thing. So that is point 1. The organizers, do they sometimes do some of these things to just get people talking? Because at the end of the day, the awards should be talked about, because without talking it is dead. Then there is a Dope Nation crying, and still about the awards. Someone actually, I think it was Slim asked that, I'm hearing you guys didn't file for nominations, and when the research team picked up your song self, you guys were not responsive to the award scheme. How true is this? And this is what Dope Nation is saying. We have been battling a lot. That can't be said out of respect for some people in this hypocritical music space. However, can we all recall from 2021? Maybe some of us will know this is not just about awards. Gradually, this industry will be losing its true artists. And like Roland said, are many artists going through some of these things? And the award schemes, especially, many artists going through some of these things in the name of award schemes. And are the awards people also doing some things to keep us talking? Because, like, whatever reason, I'll be a water group of the year. What's the Dope Nation can't say?
Especially considering that the year under review.
Over Dope Nation can't say.
I say, Opa Kuja Monty one, every colleague say.
That also for
they will sing the song for you.
Let's close. Put this together now. Point.
As for the move, say be a more year way just to get the people talking there. It may be true, but to some extent too, it may not be, like, it may come naturally. It may be an error that would bring the talkability, and sometimes it is not as if said they are deliberately doing that or committing that error to bring that to like
bring the talkability.
But then it is something that happens because this, it looks as if we are so focused on the award, forgetting that there is a scheme attached to the award. There is a scheme attached to the award, unless we don't know the meaning of that particular word. That is it. It adds up to the politics that I've been talking about. And me, I like the fact that the people have registered their displeasure from the very beginning. And here I'm talking about Paluta and his team.
Yeah.
So that if not for anything, they would know. I've seen Kwao.
Yeah.
Amrado's manager.
Okay.
Also writes the same thing about, a similar thing about his artists being snubbed.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So for some of these conversations there, they are normal when it comes to award scheme. People complaining about being snubbed or not getting certain things they desire. That one is normal. But there are certain errors that, unless the scheme is a newbie, or unless the scheme doesn't have that huge resources to go to the market in terms of researching to get certain kind of results. Because this particular blunder is one that is huge. As for some, I've seen people also campaigning for Kenata, with even Tilly clashing with Koku Smoke online about whether Koku Smoke deserves to be in the scheme or not. Some of these conversations, you can challenge it even with some of the rules and regulations of the scheme, and it will go. Last year, I think, or last year or last 2 years, Familia missed out in the Artist of the Year. And personally, I questioned it because I also marked some of the nominations that some people in that category had. And Familia had the same thing, but he missed out in that scheme. Lo and behold, after the dispute season or period, they added Familia to it.
Okay.
You understand? This year happened to Kofi Kenata.
Do you see them bringing Makoma back?
Likely. Likely.
Then that's where I'm talking about. Because if you do the things, then you say, okay, maybe consider something.
No, but sometimes, like the explanation they gave, it is not as if they are doing it deliberately to get you to talk.
So to avoid that explanation and matters afterwards, why don't you, before you take the explanation, you take the decision? Why don't you talk to the people first?
That is their rules and regulations.
And no kasam.
So they are playing. They will tell you they are playing by. But you see, the other side also is that now, and it has even entered into the Dope Nation conversation. Now the love generally, and it is not only in Ghana, like worldwide, the love for award scheme or that side of recognition is gradually dying out, which is why other major award schemes like the Grammys and stuff, day in, day out, are finding new ways to stir up the interest of the people into the award scheme. So they coming to Africa to even come and add the Afrobeat category or are part of the reason why they want to still stir up that euphoria or that aura around the scheme. And these conversations do not help our scheme because year in, year out, it's not as if they are doing something so different compared to what the Grammy did with Afrobeat.
Okay.
They are not doing anything, like there's no form of new thing that would stir up excitement about the scheme. It has been the same format, of which even other conversations that are coming in now self are rather pushing people off. Because me, sir, your friend is saying, urban contemporary gospel, urban and contemporary gospel song of the year and traditional song of the year and gospel artist of the year. Now I ask myself, which one is the traditional and which one is the urban and contemporary? If I just say bro, traditional gospel, meaning say the boy you understand? Traditional gospel. Meanwhile, go and check the songs in the traditional gospel song of the year and come and check the songs in the urban gospel song of the year. You will see similar songs in there. Into this, I say how the say technical, but we are stakeholders in the game, and we can know, like we know some of these things. Some of these things may like a word for you to see. So if you take some of these decisions, then it's as if say yes, you may want to drive talkability, but then gradually the bigger picture is that you are taking people's interest off the scheme, and it will get to a point now. People are seeing Dope Nation's comments, and they are going back to Shatawale is always right again. Me, I saw that I'm like, now we Shatawale be here then. Shatawale has been right about the scheme. I'm sure that Munya Dope Nation, until they come and speak out whatever the problem is with them. I wouldn't want to attribute this to what Shatawale stands about award scheme. No, because even outside, Shatta shows interest in other award schemes. But then his love for award schemes in general is off. That one is understandable. But there are other award schemes that he has some soft spot for. That one is there. So me, I would wish that Dope Nation would come and say whatever is eating them up. Because it is not, for whatever the reason is, it is not good for the industry, especially from that side of recognition. It is not good. Because it is one of the, and Kenya award schema, Anka, genres like High Life and Hip Life would have been dead. Genres like High Life and Hip Life, it would have been dead. Because it gets to a season and all the artists identify themselves with a certain genre. Unya bakum poor because I'm a High Life artist. When Kwame Eugene came up and was doing High Life music, didn't you see the insults that he was met with? Exactly. But meanwhile, his colleagues were doing, maybe Afrobeat, Afro pop, Afro fusion, who may be original crack. You understand? So me, I know they play essential part in our music ecosystem, but then sometimes some of these conversations also go a long way to help them in their operations because they may not know it all. Yet there will be mistakes and blunders. So, but then for Makoma to come back there, over 2.5.
Chamo, close the show for us with all the co-mininis around the TGMAs.
Yeah, so for the Paluta thing, I think it's an error, not a deliberate one. Just that the error is so obvious that you can decide to say that no, this one there has a mashada. Because it's too obvious. Like what is the reason why you would take Makoma out just like that? And it couldn't enter any of the categories. Meanwhile, they didn't just file it for popular song. There were other categories. And you are saying Makoma. Oh, Sisifiani. Go and ask Captain Smart. I think Captain Smart will not be happy about this.
Yeah.
For sure. What the things that Captain Smart did with the song Go Sisifiani with Makoma, he will not be happy. So for me, I think yes, it's an error and they can correct it. Just that when it is obvious like this, I mean, you can say anything and you'll be right. You can say that maybe this is the way for us to talk about them. And Makoma is so obvious that people talk about it. If it were to be other songs, maybe we will not get this kind of reaction. But Makoma and what Makoma did year under review, I think is a huge blunder coming from them. And this is not good for the scheme as well.
Okay.
If it this is not the first time that something like this is happening. The same thing happened to Kwekwanansi by Amrado.
Yeah.
Yes. So if consistently we are getting certain errors or blunders that we can say that this one, people will start losing more interest in the scheme. Like we know that the scheme is suffering from that trust thing because some people are not happy, and a big giant like a giant like Shatawale is not happy with the scheme, and it is affecting the scheme. So if you are giving other reasons for people to also doubt the scheme or have issue with the scheme, you are just killing it. It will not help. I think there shouldn't be bigger room. I would say there shouldn't be any room for errors, but there shouldn't be bigger room for errors like what is happening here with Paluta's Makoma. And also, I think Paluta's team, they have done well by coming out early enough to register their displeasure. I think this is good. And again, going forward, the Charterhouse and then the board, whoever is in charge there, they should be careful. I mean, you can't just do anything anyhow and later you say that you correct it or something like that. If it continues, people will lose interest in the scheme. They will not even care about their awards or whatever. Like some people are losing interest.
Yeah.
We can now bring in Dope Nation. For me, I will encourage them to be specific because the way that they are talking, I will not take them serious. The reason is every award scheme will get people not being happy. That one is there. Because they are not the one winning, because they are not the one getting nominations, they will not be happy. So we know that that thing is there. But if you can give us tangible reasons why you are not happy with the scheme, then we will reason with you. But if you are just so vague, like the way that they did their thing, you didn't file, okay, the scheme contacted you, you are not responsive, you are not interested in joining, okay. But your reason is that it's like I'm interested by something happened, but I won't say it because it will be disrespect to somebody, and then why are you even complaining in the first place? So for me, I think it's either they are talking or they should shut up. I mean, if you are interested in it, tell us your interest. Tell us why you are not happy with what is going on. For us to say, okay, this one, you have a case. So now let's go on and talk to Charterhouse and see if we can resolve it.
Okay.
But if you are so vague like that and you want us to side with you, like, what are you looking for anyway? You are just not happy about the thing. You are not saying that you don't want to be part of it.
You don't want the problem to be solved.
So for me, I think they should do better. They should come out clearly so that we will know how to go about it. And if there is a solution to it, then we just take it and then move on.
Anyways, my name is Sammy Flex. I did this with Roland Amate, who is in the middle. He works with Shark Z, Shutter Movement, Empire, Roland Report on YouTube, and showbizchannelJake.com. As well as in Team Dodo Solomon, you can also call him Chemo. He's our online manager here at Flex Entertainment Limited. To the producers of the show, Theophilus Degosh, let me also say thanks to Sam Tuga as well as Desert for putting things together for you to watch. Subscribe to us, and remember, we will be going to Kwao over the weekend. Remember to also support us when it has to be with your prayers, with your donations and everything. We'll sure be meeting on Monday and we'll give you the official date for the real funeral. We'll be giving you updates. Until then, be good, protect yourself and each other. We're out of here. Salute.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Green select glucometer. Check it. Check it. Put sugar level for check it. Check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.